And then we're gonna do like a little bit of an introduction to the sales process to see what your current sales process is like and how we can improve and upgrade that. Next week, we'll actually talk more about like pricing and like the services that you're actually offering. We'll go over your sales pitch and your sales script, and we'll talk about how to close the deal, how to move things forward. Sales is something that, like, just like anything else in life, it's a skill and it's an art, and you can learn and improve for the rest of your life. That's like everything. You can get better and better and better and better. There's no end to learning about it. So 4 hours is not enough to cover like all of the content in the world about sales, but we're gonna get through a lot, and then hopefully, Juliet and I are discussing this, hopefully ongoing monthly coaching, because as I told Juliet, the easiest, most effective, successful way for me to coach is based off of real life examples and situations. Hey Amanda, there's this potential client, the situation is A, B, and C, they want X, Y, and Z. How do I talk to them about pricing? How do I negotiate? How do I close this deal? What's the next steps? What's the strategy? So that's what we would do more on an ongoing basis. One of the key things about sales is like practice, 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 practice. The more you do it, the better you'll get. The more you try new things, the better you'll get. The more you implement what you learned today, the better and better you'll get. I'm just gonna. One of the things that made me really successful in sales was reading books. And when I looked at, we actually had these books given to us in my last company, and I was probably one of the only people on the team that read every single book. And again, I became the top sales rep out of about 50 people. So if you want to be successful in anything in your life, if you are the type of person that actually shows up to trainings, takes notes, is engaged in listening, implements what you've learned, reads books, etc., constantly learning personal, professional development, you will be successful. These are 4 books I read that I'm just going to showcase because sometimes people ask me about sales books to read. I don't know if you can find them in Kenya. I'm not really sure. I'm sure you can buy them online. But 4 books that really helped me in my career. And again, reading was a really powerful way for me to become successful. I want to talk about mindset. So first of all, what do you think, like, with regards to sales, like what's the first words that come to your mind when you think of sales?
Selling a product.
Okay. Cool. What else? Like, what are the common sort of, when people talk about sales, what comes to your mind, or what are the common perceptions of salespeople? Insurance. You think of insurance? Yeah. Yeah. People trying to sell you insurance? Yeah. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, typically people think of sales as like sleazy, greedy, people trying to get your money, right? That's actually not the mindset you want to have as a sales professional, and that's actually not what sales is about. That's what sales is about from greedy corporations and companies that only care about profit. But I would hope that, Juliet and all of you are here for greater purpose and more of the impact side and less just trying to make money, right? Okay, so can you think of a recent time where someone sold you something and you actually bought it? Like on the phone or in a store, or they tried to upsell you on something like a better phone, or, maybe you were like buying a car or buying a new pair of shoes. Does anyone have a recent example? Buying something from a salesperson? No? I'm gonna skip over. Or anything, but like an example of like an amazing experience you had. Okay, so I'm gonna give you like some mindset and things to keep in mind so that every single day when you come into work, you know the positive side of sales and the importance of sales and the importance of cold calling people or calling them back or following up with them a million times. I want you to have like a positive relationship with your job, okay? Because sales, traditionally, greedy, sleazy, car salesman, trying to get your money, and that's not the perspective or the approach we want to take. I've also worked in sales with my fellow top sales rep that was very narcissistic, only cared about himself, very selfish, wanted to make money, and would lie to the customer on the phone to close the deal, okay? It's not the approach I take, and that's not a successful sales strategy or the honest approach to sales. So what sales really is, it's really like real conversations with human beings, right? Marketing there's nothing personal about marketing. Marketing, you're just blasting people with content or newsletters or a proposal or a package that they're probably not going to read. Sales, what sales really is, which we want to shift more towards, is real human conversations. Given it's COVID and it's a pandemic, that's likely going to be on the phone or a video call, okay? So that's what we want to shift towards. Real, personal, customized human relationships. Kenyans are great people. That's one of Kenyan's skills, is they're very friendly, they're very chatty, right? That's something you want to leverage. Okay? Meaningful relationships, empathy, honesty, integrity, and trust. So the way I teach sales, again, you never have to lie, you don't have to be sleazy, you don't have to be greedy, you don't have to, have a lack of transparency to close a deal. The way I teach sales is all from positive perspective. You're delivering value, okay? So you have services that are valuable, and there are business owners out there that need you, that need your services. They don't know anything about HR. They don't have time for HR. They don't know anything about recruitment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All the problems they have, they need you. You have value to offer. And you're delivering your gift, your talents, your services, and your value to the world. So this is, again, when you come into work every day, you want to remember, what's your purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you selling what you're selling? Oh yeah, because we have something really valuable to offer and they need it. Okay, so when you make 1 million calls every day, keep that in mind. You're not bothering people, you're not harassing people. You're trying to provide them with something really valuable that they need. Consulting. So again, you want to move away from being a pushy, aggressive salesperson, calling someone 1 million times just to get their money, and you want to move towards more of a consultant approach. You're an expert, you're a professional, you're an expert on the HR the HR services that you're selling, and your goal when you get on a call with someone is to have a conversation and facilitate a conversation by asking questions, which we're going to talk about, to see, does this business need us? And are we a good match? And are we going to be good partners together? And what are their problems? And what are the pain points? And what are their values? And do they need us? And are we a good match? And are we a good fit for a partnership? You might get on the phone with someone and they might say, oh, we have an HR team in-house and we're doing this and we're doing that. And you might go, oh, you know what? Maybe you don't need our services, but if you ever decide you need some recruitment, give us a shout. Here's our information. So you might decide they're not a good fit, and then you want to move on to the next person. So consulting is a good way when you have 30, 40, 50 leads or 100 leads. Your goal is to get to the dream clients. We're going to talk about this, the dream clients. And so you want to filter through the people that are not a good fit and that are not a good match. If you have 100 leads, not every single person is going to be a good match. Not every single company and business is going to be a good fit for what you have to offer. So your goal is to filter through those 100 leads to get to the people that you can provide the most value to. Okay, mutually beneficial agreements. So again, it's not about trying to get their money or trying to steal from them or trying to scam them. It's all about can we work together and provide value to you and solve your problem and provide you with a solution to the challenges you're facing. So it's all very positive, fair, ethical, transparent. Okay, why it's important. So again, solving a problem, moving things forward. So if you send someone an email with a package, that might sit in their email for months. They might never read it. They might be too busy. Maybe they don't have time to take action. So sales, your role is to facilitate the partnership and to facilitate the close and to move things forward. So this is why you're going to want to use the phone and conversations versus just sending people's emails. When you send someone an email, you're adding to their to-do list. Business owners are already busy enough. and people get a million emails all day. So you're adding to their to-do list, and now it's getting lost in their inbox. Sales, again, is about using the power of our human being communication skills, relationship building skills, people skills, empathy, etc. to move things forward, to make things happen. When I think about sales and marketing in my last job, again, marketing would bring leads in the door by posting on social media and doing their stuff in newsletters and blogs, but they didn't close deals. They didn't move things forward. The way we close deals and move things forward was by jumping on the phone and having real conversations with real human beings. Real human beings close deals. Emails don't close deals. Okay? Also, you're learning. Every single time you jump on a call with a business owner, you are now doing market research. You're learning. What are their pain points? What are their problems? What are the SMEs in Kenya really looking for these days? What are their greatest problems during COVID? Sure, you can Google this or do some research online, but when you work in sales, you're actually like the frontline people that are like interacting with real business owners day to day. So you are the experts. You know what's happening in the market. You know how their business is being affected by COVID. You know what their HR problems and pain points are and why they need you, because you're the ones on the phone talking to them every day. So market research, obviously we need sales to be sustainable, to pay the bills, to survive. You also have a commission structure. So again, I want you to think a little bit about you paying your bills back home, or saving up for whatever you're saving up for, and keeping that in mind again when you come to work every day. Personal financial goals. So again, this is why I got super into sales, because I used to think money was for greedy people, and then I moved out of my parents' home and realized, oh my gosh, life costs a fortune. And I'm a single woman, so I pay all my own bills by myself, and life isn't cheap. Then if I want to have kids, that's a whole other ball game. So this is also why sales is important. And yeah, to achieve new levels of success and impact. Again, if you have a valuable service to provide, you want to get that out in the world so you can impact as many business owners as possible. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 secrets. Mindset. Are you familiar with this word? What does this word mean to you? Mindset. Has anyone heard about this or done work on this with like a life coach before, or read a book on mindset? Yeah, you have? No?
I can say maybe mindset is how you approach something. You can approach something either negatively or positively, or doubtful. I believe that's now how you can define mindset.
Okay, good. Yeah. So mindset's something that like came up a couple of years ago for me when I was working in sales. And in the beginning, I thought it was just fluffy and like wasn't that important, and I didn't really understand it. And now I teach mindset. Mindset is actually like the starting point for success. So, for example, every wildly successful person, like it starts up here in your mind. You have a goal, you have a dream, you have something you're working towards, and you think about that every day, and you practice having a positive mindset. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. So fixed mindset would be, I'm not good at sales and I'm never going to be good at sales. I'm not good about talking about money and I'll never be good at talking about money. I'm not good at negotiation and I'll never be good at negotiation. That's a fixed mindset. A growth mindset is, I'm not good at negotiating yet, but I'm going to read books on negotiation. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos on negotiation. I'm going to start practicing negotiating every day. Okay? It might be something like, you know what? I had such a bad month last month and I didn't close any deals. I'm not good at sales. Why am I even here? Right? That's a very negative fixed mindset. Instead, you want to practice saying, you know what? Last month was hard. I didn't close any deals, but it's a new month. It's a fresh start. I'm going to come into work. I know I'm valuable. I know I'm skilled. I know I'm talented. I know I have what it takes, and I'm going to work hard every day until I close 3 deals this month. Okay? So, growth mindset, fixed mindset. I want to give you another example. When I joined my company, I had a goal in my mind because I'm ambitious and I like a good challenge, and I had a goal to be the top sales rep at my company. There was a guy at the top, and there were like 12 women that were all like average, and I was like, well, why is this guy like so successful and all the women are average? And so I had a goal of being the top sales rep and having a woman at the top. And I didn't just think about it in my head, I actually shared it with my boss very early on when I joined the company. And I spoke about it continuously, and I shared it with my boss. I want to be the top sales rep. I'm going to beat this guy Spencer. We're going to have a woman at the top. I shared this goal over and over and over again. A year and a half in, 2 years later, I became the top sales rep. Okay, so having a goal and a dream and like sharing it with your boss or your team or your family or friends is a powerful way to achieve success. Okay? Positive affirmations. Does anyone know what that means? Positive affirmations? So positive affirmation is like you're declaring something to be true, or you're declaring something that you want and saying like it's already happening. So for example, let's say you have like a potential deal that you're working on that you want to close, okay? You would say something like, this deal is going to close tomorrow. This deal is going to close this week. I've got this. I'm going to bring in 100,000 shillings this week. I'm going to close 3 deals this week. That's a positive affirmation. You're stating a goal or something you're working towards as if it's already happening and coming true. Okay, so this is really powerful, and these are things you can practice in your journal. Mindset is everything, okay? Being like, oh, you know, when someone hangs up the phone on you because they don't want to talk to you, right? You might be like, oh, they don't, what's a good example? Like, they don't want to talk to us, or they don't want our services. No, actually, maybe they're just busy. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're caught up in a meeting. Maybe you caught them at a really bad time. So you don't want to make up assumptions that aren't true, or like have this negative like, oh, they don't want our products, or they don't want our services, or they think we're too expensive. Don't make up those stories in your head. Instead say, you know what, it was a bad time. I'll call them back tomorrow and I'll close the deal then. Okay, so positive affirmations is something you can practice in a journal, out loud to your colleagues, out loud to your boss. You can practice it. I speak out loud to myself in the shower, at home. Okay? Number 2. Yeah.
You guys want tea, water? Tea, water? You're okay.
I have water, yeah. Okay. So the second thing, again, these are like the 3 things that made me the top sales rep. Second thing, I looked at the guys around me, and they were like charming, and they were funny, and they were also dishonest and lied to people on the phone all the time. They were often flirtatious because we sold to women. We basically sold an app, like an app on your phone, to daycares and preschools. And that is what made them successful. But those weren't I don't lie to people, so like those were not my superpowers. So when I look at the 4 of us top sales reps at my last company, the reason we were all successful was different. We had different skills and different strengths and different superpowers that made us successful. So what I want you to do is, it's not about like being super extroverted or being really funny or being really good at note taking. It's about leveraging your own skills and your own strengths. So for me, I'm really professional. I have a ridiculous attention to detail. I take insane notes on every single thing in my life, and I use those notes. I was really organized and good at following up, and I just am an overachiever, so I learned as much as I possibly could about my job, my role, sales, the product, the industry, etc. And I got ridiculously good at it. I go above and beyond. So those are my superpowers. Okay, practice. Practice makes perfect. So one of the keys to success in sales is communicating with extreme confidence and conviction. You've got to be able to tell them with confidence why they should give you their money, why they should buy your services, why they should go with you versus a competitor. So if you don't know how to communicate, or if you don't feel like you are currently communicating on the phone or in person with extreme confidence and conviction, this is something you can practice. So I practice by observing the guys around me. So you can practice by observing how I communicate. I practice by observing them. I use their language. I borrowed it and took their language for inspiration and their words and their statements. I practiced, I read books, and I just practiced every day until I became ridiculously good at communicating with extreme confidence. It did not happen overnight, but again, a year and a half, 2 years into my role, I started getting really good at it. Okay, so that's a little bit of an introduction to mindset, strategy, success. It's 2:50. I was gonna do like just a 2-minute break if anyone wants to get up, walk, washroom, anything else, and then we're gonna talk about alternate doors.
Yes,
So we'll do like a 2-minute break, 5-minute break.
Water. You're very quiet.
I know, they're all very quiet.
I think it's because I'm here.
I thought it was because I was here. But maybe they're shy with me. No, they were quiet before you got here.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll do like 5-minute break. There's a lot of good books you can read about mindset too. I'll share some with you, but yeah. Have you ever heard about that? Like mindset, manifestation.
Maybe reading somewhere.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah. Most people don't know about it. Like unless you've worked with a life coach. Yeah.
For me, honestly, I'm not a book reading.
Wait, you are or you
I'm
aren't?
not.
I wasn't either. Like I hadn't read. Because I was on social media and dating apps and like Instagram, and I'm a people person, so I just be with friends a lot.
Yeah.
But our company did a book club, and then I got super into reading, and now I read. Wow, I've been bad about it since coming back to Kenya, but I would read every single night before bed. So every single night in bed, I would read even if it's just a couple pages. And reading has been one of the most transformative things for my happiness, my mental health, my personal development, my professional development, my financial freedom, my success. So it's really powerful. Yeah. So it's all about habits. Like if you can get in the habit of putting your cell phone away and then reading a couple pages every night before bed. Yeah. It's really powerful. Any questions so far? Was that helpful? Yeah? Which part? Which part was the most helpful?
The definition of sales?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
In terms of-
perspective on sales. Yeah.
Yeah. It's about the value you're offering
Yes.
and building the relationships.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Value. I talk about value a lot,
Yeah.
especially in my career coaching. So when I work with women that are looking for a job, or looking for a new job, or looking to upgrade their job, and so that's the main thing I do.
Yeah.
And so when I coach them, everything is about value. So when you're selling something, again, it's always about the value of what you're selling, the value of what you have to offer.
Yeah.
When you talk about price and money, you always want to, whenever you're talking about price and money, it should always be related back to the value,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so even for example, when you have, if you go to therapy costs a lot of money, and counselors, I know here in Kenya, also costs a lot of money, and people are always oh, it's so expensive, oh, it's so expensive, oh, it costs so much money. Yeah, but whatever happens in that therapy, with that professional, is actually going to positively impact your life for the rest of your life. It's 60, 70 years. So when you're paying for a 1-hour session with a therapist, you might say, oh, that's expensive. But again, think about the value and the impact on your life and your happiness and your mental health and your well-being and your relationships and your your success at work, like it when you pay a therapist money, that's gonna ideally, if they're good, it should positively impact every aspect of your life for years or decades. So yeah, you want to talk about value. Value is really important. So again, when you're selling something, know the value. If you're selling yourself, like you're in a job interview, you should know why they should hire you and what your value is that you have to offer to an employer. Okay, so I want to talk about 3 important things, and this will be like participatory. So, okay, first of all, we're going to talk about what you're selling, who you're selling to, and why they need you. So first of all, what? Okay, so I don't want to focus on, we do recruitment, HR consulting, and what was the third one? Outsourcing. I don't want to talk about the details of what you do. I want to talk about the value of what you offer. Okay, so again, when you're on the phone and you're talking to people and you're pitching these services and you're communicating what you do as a company, again, you want to, when we talk about what you do, you want to focus on the value. So less about like the little details. Like I don't talk about how I do CVs and cover letters. I talk more about how I help women achieve their greatest potential. I help women communicate with confidence. I help women land their dream job. So I talk more about big picture value, less about I help people with their CVs and cover letters. That's boring. That's sort of boring, right? So skills, strengths, superpowers, why someone should hire your company, why someone should give you their money, what experience you have in HR and the industry, what makes you different from your competitors, okay? So we're going to practice this. I want everyone to share. We're going to practice the rule of 3 again. 3 things, okay? 3 things when you're talking to a potential client, customer, a lead, a prospect, a business owner. What are 3 things you're going to share with them about what Alternate Doors does? Okay, so again, less about the little details and more about big picture value, benefits, why they should give you their money, what makes you different from your competitors, and that kind of thing. Okay, so 3 things. Lydia went first last time, so, and I might take notes on this. Let's have Becky. Do you want to go first? Okay, so what are just throw out 3, there's no wrong answers. 3 things that Alternate Door offers. The value of what Alternate Doors offer. What would you say are the 3 things? I'm totally putting you on the spot, so do your best.
Yes, you are. We offer human resource solutions.
Okay.
Number 2, our biggest, how should I put it? We deal mostly with the SMEs,
Okay.
and then
What is the value that you have to offer? So why should they give you their money?
and then we work with the experts in the HR field.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So we're gonna expand on this. So we offer human resource solutions. That's good. But we want to use like simple, easy to use language that a small business owner that maybe doesn't have a background in HR is going to understand. So what does human resource solutions mean? So anyone, what does that mean? What do you mean human resource? I'm a small business owner, so let's say you're selling to me. What do you mean human resource solutions? What does that include? Anyone? Recruitment, right? Okay. So recruiting employees, right? If you want to make that a little stronger, maybe you could talk about managing the recruitment process to provide you with exceptional employees. Managing the recruitment process to provide you with employees that align with your values and the experience you're looking for. So again, we want to go into a little more detail. Okay, what else? Human resource solutions, recruitment. What else? How else do you describe it when you're on the phone?
For me, when I talk to
Yeah,
clients,
yeah.
I mean, in terms of our HR solutions,
Yeah.
I tell them by them engaging us to become the HR managers, we ensure that they meet their goals by ensuring their team. I mean, we get the best out of their team so that the company can meet their goals.
Okay,
So
nice.
we're just there to ensure everyone is aligned.
Okay. Okay, good. Your HR managers. So maybe you want to, again, this is where you can be creative and have fun with it, but like you could say, we are here to be your HR partner. We are here, or we exist to be your full service HR solution. We are here to partner with you as your HR team to ensure that you are getting the best out of your people so you can meet your goals, so you can meet your financial goals. Business owners love it when you can bring them money, or anything to do with saving money or making money is a good thing. So you could tell them, if you can tell them how what you offer is gonna help them make more money or save money, check. That's a great thing. Okay? So again, we are your HR team. I'm just making this up on the spot. We are your HR solution. We are your HR partners. We are here to provide you with full service HR solutions to help you meet your financial goals. We are here to help you ensure that you can get the best out of your team, right? Observe how I'm speaking. I'm not speaking shyly. I'm not speaking softly. I'm speaking with extreme confidence. I don't even